Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We continue with recitations from the composition of Bhagat Kabir Ji in the Rag Asa. And the recitation, Asa, Ham Masakin Khudai Bande, Tum Rajas Man Pave. Ham Maskeen. Kabir Ji speaks of himself. I am maskeen, meaning poor, but here the word indicates humility, that I am a humble slave. Khudai Bande, I am tied to my Khuda, the Creator. I'm bound to that Creator. And he's addressing the Qazi. Tum rajas manapave. You, on the other hand, O Qazi, serve at the pleasure of the king. Kabirji makes a contrast here. He tells the Qazi, I am a servant of the creator of the universe. You, on the other hand, serve a mere mortal king, an earthly king. Allah, the first cause, Allah Awal, Deen ko Sahib, that Allah is the protector of the poor and the protector of the faith. Deen ko Sahib. Deen means both poor and faith. And kings, in Islam, the kings, in fact, everywhere, the kings are also considered to be protectors of the faith. So Kabir is correcting the Qazi. He is telling him, no, you have it wrong. Allah is the protector of both the poor and the faith, not your worldly king. Allah awal-deen ko sahib, master, jor nahi farmawe, and that protector does not use force, as does your earthly master. And that is the distinction, that the all-powerful Creator does not force anyone to convert their faith. That is the key thing that Kabirji seems to be saying to us. And therefore, O Qazi, he says, it does not really behoove you to say things like you do. Kaji bolya ban nahi aave. It does not behoove you to say the things that you say. And what is it that Kabirji is referring to? He is saying to the Qazi that you tell people that paradise is to be obtained by fasting, roza, offering prayers, reciting the Quran. But Kabirji is disputing that. He says, Roja tare nivaj gujare, kalama bhishti na hoi. You won't get to paradise. Paradise, of course, is a mental state, not some place out there. You're never going to feel that you're in paradise. In other words, you're not going to be blissful just by observing fasts, by offering prayers or reciting verses. That might distract you for a few moments from your real pain, but it's not going to get to where you need to go. So that's Kabir addressing the Muslim cleric. And he says this whole business about visiting the shrine at Kaaba, and it is believed that there are 72 shrines within that whole complex. Kabir says, Sattar Kaaba ghat hi bhitar. The 70 shrines of the Kaaba are really within the heart. Jekar jane koi, if only one takes the trouble of finding that inner shrine. That paradise is within. It is not out there in the Kaaba. And then now he gives the Qazi a lesson on what true worship consists in. It consists in acting justly. Justice. Those in capacities of governance must look to justice. They must be bound by justice. And nivaj soi jo nyao bichare. Nyao is justice. And the true reading of the Quran is to understand that it is that formless presence that is in every form. Kalma akala hai janne. So those who govern, like the mullah and his king, must be bound to oath of justice, of treating people with equity. You see, the theme of equity continues from the previous passage, where Kabir talks about not being envious of the inequities that you see in the world, but to cultivate empathy and cultivate qualities and an outlook to life that gives you comfort. And now he continues with his instruction to the mullah in describing what true worship is. And one of the things that Gurbani does, it qualifies everything. It is not concerned so much with the physical as with what it means to you in qualitative terms. So he's saying, look, your true prayer mat that you roll out, it shouldn't really be that physical thing. What it is crushing your passions. That really is the true prayer mat. That is the ground on which you should act. So one who overcomes anger, greed, attachment, vanity, is really spreading out the prayer mat and offering prayers. That is true prayer. Pacho muse musalla vichave. Tabto deen pachane. Then you have recognized what true religion is. Khasam pachan taras kar ji mein hai, mar mani kar fiki. Recognize that it is that one that exists everywhere. Cultivate compassion in your mind. Taras kar ji mein hai. Kill the ego. Mar mani kar fiki. By disliking it. Meaning overcome, dissolve your ego into a larger presence. Aap janaye avar ko jane tab hoye bist siddiqui. Now here he's giving him an indication of what true paradise is. Self-awareness. The awareness that the Creator is within its creation. That is the gateway to heaven. And heaven, obviously, is not a physical place. That is what will give you true joy in the world when you recognize that everybody is of the same substance. Mati ek, ek tharanana. The same clay has been shaped into different forms. And Kabir says, I recognize that one in all of them. Tam hai, Brahm pachana, kahe Kabira, Bist chodkar dojag syo man mana. But you, on the other hand, he's admonishing the cleric. He says there is a way to heaven and there is a way to hell. You have chosen the way to hell. The way to heaven was justice, equal treatment of everyone. But you, the mullah, you lack compassion. You don't mete out the same justice to everyone. Your intentions are dubious, and therefore you have created a hell, not only here on earth, but also in your mind. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.